I got hoes calling a young.
What is up, my fellow hip hop heads and music lovers in general? My name is G-Vans, and welcome back to my channel. And welcome back to the final album review of 2019. Holy shit, can y'all believe that shit? It is. This is really the last album review that I gotta do for this year, and then 2020 start all over with the fucking 3 videos a day and the long ass editing and the stuttering and whatnot and all this other bullshit. But nonetheless, it's been a pretty like it's been a fucking ride, and I can't wait to see what else 2020 has in store for us. But for now, I want to talk about this final album that's going to be dropping this year. And I guess the only reason I'm saying it's the final album of the year is only because I doubt there's going to be like any other shit that's going to like come out after today. So yeah, with that being said, let's get right to it. So today, for the final album review video of 2019, I'm going to be talking about the new album by the one and only Travis Scott, Sheck West, and Don Toliver called JACKBOYS. That's right, the 3 dudes from Travis Scott's label Cactus Jack have joined together for their first ever compilation like major label album, and pretty much ending off the year with a bang, with an album that none of us, including me, were ready for or were expecting. Only reason I'm saying is because well, I guess I wasn't expecting it, because I know that Travis Scott like just announced fucking yesterday that the album was gonna drop at midnight, and I was like, holy shit! Like I thought Travis Scott was not gonna like drop anything else this year. You know, he was in a lot of like great features this year. You know, he was in Take What You Want with Post Malone and Ozzy Osbourne. You know, there's a few more that I can't think of right now. And he did drop that new single recently called Highest in the Room. I'm pretty sure is what it was called. So so yeah, Travis Scott like obviously has been on the grind. And you know, now with his new record label that he apparently made in 2017, back in March of 2017, I didn't even like know about that until just now. Yeah, like I'm under a fucking rock sometimes, guys, and I'm not gonna lie. Um, but he has been on a constant grind this year, and you know, now he is, you know, not only signing artists, you know, trying to like make new artists, you know, like rise up from the underground and just like be like the big stars that they really wanted to be, and just pretty much like making room for like the leaders of the new school, pretty much. So yeah, JACKBOYS. Now, I'll be honest, and I might get some people that might agree and people that don't agree. But I'll admit that when I first heard Astroworld last year, I was like low key kind of disappointed. And don't get me wrong, it's not because I thought the album sucked ass. Like that album had a lot of like of its like memorable moments. You know, like it had a lot of like great songs, a lot of great catchy songs, a lot of great features. You know, obviously Sicko Mode is like a fucking banger, you know, and you know, just every other song in there. But at the same time, I just felt like, well, me personally, I just felt like it was just like the same shit that Travis Scott has been like dropping for the past couple of years. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I'm just being super picky, but like to me personally, I just felt like it wasn't anything special. You know what I mean? It wasn't like something that like blew my fucking mind, at least. You know, like I just like felt like it was just any other like typical Travis Scott album. And you know, maybe some people do disagree, but you know, at the same time, although I felt like it was just like any other Travis Scott album that he's like dropped, like these past couple of years, I do gotta give credit where credit is due, because it was a very memorable album, and it did get nominated for a Grammy for a reason. Although I low key don't really like give a fuck about award shows anymore. You know, I guess I just don't fucking like anything. Maybe maybe I'm just a fucking hateful person, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, maybe. But either way, um, that was my thoughts on Astroworld. And so, I was thinking that maybe there was a chance that Travis Scott was not gonna like impress me with this one. And holy shit, you know what? Like, holy shit, this album was actually pretty fucking decent. Not gonna lie, for it being only 7 tracks, for it only being 21 minutes long, for it not being like that much of a listen, um, it actually like blew my fucking mind. You know what I mean? Because just like every artist in this album like shines on the fucking own. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, it's obviously trap music. Both, all three of them, Don Toliver, Sheck West, especially Sheck West, and Travis Scott are like, known for doing like trap music pretty much. And I've said this a million times before. I don't really fuck with trap music that much. Like, I'm not really into that like dumb hype shit, I guess you could say. And if I ever do listen to a trap album, then it has to be like a very specific artist that can do it like really really well for me to try and appreciate it, and to like actually enjoy, like vibe to it pretty much. And Travis Scott is definitely no exception. And with this album, I just feel like they were experimenting a lot. So what I mean by that is that I feel like the type of like production, trap, like wise thing that I or sorry, production value that I like got from it is that this is pretty much trap music, but it's like a lot more slower, a lot more chill, and like a lot more soulful to, like, if that makes sense. There was like a few like songs on here where it's like it was like really soulful, really like chill, and it didn't seem like a typical like trap album. You know what I mean? Like a typical trap album where like it's all hype and it's upbeat, and like the type of shit that you would like hear in the club and whatnot. Like, I don't like really like I wouldn't really consider this like club fucking music, because I feel like this is like the type of trap music that you would like want to like lay down and just vibe to, and like that is like exactly what I did. I was laying down and I was just like letting like my thoughts get lost into like this album, and I was like, holy shit, like this fucking like chill, like slow trap fucking like music vibe was like it was like something that I wasn't expecting, something that I didn't think was gonna fucking work, and for some reason it fucking did, and I'm like okay with that, you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely they've been experimenting a lot with the production, trying to like not make a typical like trap sound, trying to do something different that no one hasn't heard this year so far. And not only that, they work with a lot of great features, you know what I mean? Obviously, you have Quavo and Offset, which, first of all, that is the first time and only time you'll ever hear me say Quavo and Good in the same fucking sentence, because I don't personally love Quavo. I don't fuck with the Migos. The only person in the Migos I do fuck with is Offset, because I feel like out of all of them, Offset is like the one that like is pretty decent, the one that actually gives a fuck. Same thing with the YBN crew. Like I like YBN Corday a lot more than YBN Namir and YBN Almighty J or some shit like that, because I just feel like YBN Corday is like, it like actually gives a fuck. You know what I mean? So like, I don't really fuck with the Migos besides Offset, but Quavo and Offset are in this album in a song called Had Enough. And that one is actually like a really really like dope song. I think Had Enough might be my favorite like track on here. I still don't know, but like, that one was a really dope song. Quavo and Offset are they like pretty much like sound like the same, as Travis Scott. Like they do the same type of shit that he does, only like this time they were like a lot more chill about it. You can actually understand what the fuck Quavo was saying this time. So it was like, like they impressed the fuck out of me in that way. Shout out to Quavo. I know I've talked shit a lot, but like, if you like did more shit like you did here on Had Enough in the fucking JACKBOYS album, then I promise you that I fucking like will listen to a lot of your shit. So not only is Quavo and Offset a really like good feature on here, but another feature that I did not ever fucking think I'd hear in a fucking Travis Scott album, fucking Rosalia. You know, she is a singer from Spain actually, and she is on the first track. On the first track called "Highest in the Room." It's a remix to the single that Travis Scott recently dropped. You know, it's "Highest in the Room," and fucking Rosalia is on that remix, and she is like singing in pure like it in her like native language, and like holy shit, like it sounded so good. Like I never thought that I'd see the day when Travis Scott and Rosalia would like work together on a track and somehow make it sound like so fucking good in the end. You know what I mean? Like I'll be honest, I was kind of iffy about it when I saw that fucking Rosalia was on this album. I was like, how the fuck is that gonna work out? Like it's like different kind of like fucking music, like different genres, and they fucking made it work out. Just like in Take What You Want with Post Malone, Travis Scott, and Ozzy Osbourne. It's like two like different genres, but like they fucking like work so well together. And that's what I really appreciate about this album. So obviously the production value and the features are really great. And now time for like the actual artists themselves. Travis Scott, Don Toliver, and Sheck West. They all shine on their own. Like each of them shine on their own on each seventh track in this album. You know what I mean? First of all, to get him out of the way, Travis Scott. Obviously, Travis Scott's flow is still as great as we all fucking know and love. Sorry, as we all know and love. And his production skills are just as great. And Travis Scott is pretty much the same like old Travis Scott that we all fell in love with back when he dropped Rodeo. So obviously Travis Scott is not a disappointment whatsoever, and he's never a disappointment. Now on to Don Toliver, because this is actually the first time that I've like heard of this guy, Don Toliver. Let me say that this man has like some really really impressive vocal cords. Like I'm not gonna lie, he has like a really like phenomenal singing voice, and like he just like adds to the whole like fucking soulful shit to this album. He is on almost every chorus in this album. Almost every seven tracks in this album. He is on in every chorus, and he just sounds so fucking good. He sings along with Quavo and Offset, and it's like he just sounds so fucking good. And like I actually want to check more of his shit out, because he's a really dope artist. And now goes to Sheck West, which I actually got really fucking impressed and really surprised with the skills that Sheck West has, as a rapper, as an artist. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't really fuck with Sheck West when he first like started blowing up. You know what I mean? When Mo Bamba came out, like I swear to God, I fucking hated the fuck out of that song. It was fucking overplayed everywhere. My siblings were like all into it. Like my fucking cousins were all into it. My friends that you see in the vlog sometimes, like fucking Jordan and Walter, they fucking like sang this song so many times around me, and I was just like, I fucking hate the fuck out of this song. And I didn't like bother to like give Sheck West like any sort of chance whatsoever after that. But after hearing what he can do with flows, and what he can do with like beats and whatnot, like how he's able to like be on beat and just like change like his flows and whatnot, like honestly Sheck West like has some fucking skill. And like I'm kind of mad at myself for just seeing that one song that I didn't like, and didn't like check out the rest of his album. So I'm definitely excited for whatever else Sheck West is gonna drop. So yeah, shout out to you, Sheck West. You fucking like impressed the fuck out of me, which not that many artists can do these days. So yeah, all three of these guys shine on their own. The production value is really great. The features are really diverse and fucking like great at the same time. And if I were to say like just one like thing that I didn't like about the album, just one little thing, is that there were like two songs on this album that I really really fucking enjoyed, and then I like got like sort of disappointed, and I guess the songs got ruined for me, because only because like there were like features that I didn't like, that I thought were annoying and obnoxious. Like for example, Little Baby and Young Thug are in this album on those two songs that I didn't really like, and then they got kind of like ruined, or I just got annoyed because they just jumped in. No disrespect to anybody that does like Little Baby and Young Thug, but I just personally don't really fuck with them, and I was kind of annoyed that they like ruined a good song. At least for me, you know, I'm sure anybody else who heard this album would disagree with me on that fact, and you know that's okay. But I just personally don't really enjoy Little Baby or Young Thug that much. You know, I know fucking Young Thug is somebody who is praised a lot, but you know, I just don't really fuck with him. But besides that, the album is a really, really decent album to listen to, and it's just something that, you know, it's just something that I recommend to those who have been following Travis Scott for the longest time ever. For those who were excited when he announced he was like making his own record label, so I'm definitely excited to see what else Travis Scott does next. You know, definitely excited to see, you know, what Don Toliver and what, you know, Sheck West is gonna do, and just what Cactus Jack as a fucking record label is gonna do. You know, like I have no doubt that a bunch of like new like talented artists are about to like rise up, you know, under Cactus Jack. So yeah, shout out to you, Travis Scott. You're playing the game right. And with that being said, that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you guys enjoyed the final review of 2019. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram down below. As always, DM me for requests. Go ahead and follow Travis Scott, Sheck West, and Don Toliver on Instagram down below. Their new collab compilation album called JACKBOYS is out now. Listen to it if you haven't already. And with that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell down below, all that good stuff so you don't miss a single one of my uploads whatsoever. And don't forget to stay happy.
Get on down if it's bad enough. You and all your friends hopped up that Billy truck.